Hi, I'm David Friedman with Performance Marketing Group, and you are watching Eye on Business.
Thank you for tuning in to Eye on Business Innovation Show. My name is Andrew Bermudez, where I interview other entrepreneurs here with startups. I have a startup myself, Digsy, which is Uber for commercial real estate brokers. And with that being said, I meet some awesome entrepreneurs. I'd like to introduce Crystal Wong. Did I say that right?
Crystal Wong.
Oh man, I blew that one. And Matt Ng.
That works.
Okay, cool, awesome. Well, thank you for coming, guys.
Yeah.
And your startup is ProSky.
Yes, it is.
And what can you tell us about this?
Well, ProSky is essentially the one-stop hub for everything training, recruiting, and hiring. And what makes us so special is we actually let companies test drive the candidates before they hire them.
Test drive?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So for free, or you got to pay?
Well, it's not a business. It's not a business. But what we do actually offer is a free applicant tracking system, which right now companies are actually having to pay an arm and a leg for.
Yeah, I've checked out the platform when we first met, so I think it's pretty awesome what you're doing.
Thank you.
Did you guys start this company together, or did you come along at the same time? I know you went to Thrive 500 Startups. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys met?
Yeah, so we started a company together. Crystal is my sister, so she's my older sister. That's how we met.
And you only have a different last name because you're married.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Nobody would ever know.
Yep, exactly.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit so you've gone through 500 startups, you raised a round of funding, you guys are growing very, very fast, which is fantastic. How was it going to 500 startups?
It was great. I think we were actually just talking about this afternoon, and it was better than actually going through an MBA education. The amount of things that we were exposed to, what we learned, the doors that were open to us, just within that 3 months, was so crucial and essential. Like, you wouldn't have gotten that education anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. In 3 months, you guys absorbed that much stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like rainbows and butterflies,
Yeah.
and like everything was like good to go at all times. Like, it was stressful at times,
Yeah.
but we definitely learned a ton, grew a ton, made some great connections out there, and it was a great experience.
Now, are you guys originally from Southern California, and then you moved to the Bay Area for the 3-month program, or how did that pan about?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've actually lived in many places. I would say probably most recent for him was Utah. I was already out in the Bay Area, and then we applied to 500, got in, and it was right in Mountain View. So
you're based out of Irvine now.
Correct.
How
That's
did you? Okay, so wherever you were at, I don't know. Sorry, I paid attention, but then you got me at the Bay Area and 500 startups. So.
Sure.
On a serious note, though, so you moved to the Bay Area. How did you guys end up picking your headquarters to be in Irvine?
I want to be by the beach. I love Southern California, so that was one of the reasons. Crystal has kids, and so Irvine has good schools for children, so education is really important to Crystal.
Yeah.
So, and her husband as well, so I'm sure that was a big part of her decision.
Right, awesome. Now, what's one big takeaway? I know that 500's huge on growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, that's like their thing. I have a lot of friends who have 500. So you guys know Chris Drover too, who had from Geniusly.
Yeah.
What did you guys learn there? Just like top 2 things that you learned throughout the 3 months that you think have been crucial to your company.
I think one thing is that it's never too late to pivot from what you're doing, especially if it's something that's going to grow your business insanely. And the next thing would be just to make sure that you are really with the right team to really grow your product. I think we've made a few mistakes along the way. We learned from that. But that was something that was definitely impressed on us by 500 and during our experience at 500. You can have the best product in the world. You could even go viral. But if you don't have the right people with you building this thing and pushing it along, it's not going to make a very big difference.
Yeah, that's great advice. So you guys went from 500 startups to raising, how much money did you guys raise?
We raised $2.3 million.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very awesome. How long did that take?
Crystal did a lot of legwork for there. It's like her full-time job as I ran operations. So quite a few months, I would say, right?
Yeah, about 2 months, 2+ months.
And we build like connections and networks like throughout the time we're in Silicon Valley and,
Sure.
and finding startups. But the actual raising, I would say, is a couple months.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great because most rounds take about 6 months for a lot of people. So did 500 in your relationships there you build help you accelerate and be able to close it within 60 days?
It definitely did. I think something that was a little different too is that we didn't go crazy and start pounding doors right after demo day. We actually took a step back and really wanted to grow a little more ourselves as well and just be a better company all around. And then that's when we started talking to investors, and then investors actually came knocking on our doors.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, we were lucky, but we also, made sure that we were in the right place, that investors were interested to talk to us about. 500 definitely opened doors. I think it's a form of validation that investors get. It's almost to their minds like, hey, look, there's someone else that we know who's pretty big in Silicon Valley, and they've obviously...
And it's not easy to get into 500 either.
No, it's not. But they've obviously, validated you. And not only that, but 500 actually came on with a follow-on round. And I think that really helped solidify their interest in us and really carry the conversation through.
So we have aspiring entrepreneurs, and there's some that have existing companies with some traction. There are some companies that they want to start a business, they want to start a startup. Tech startups are really exciting, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
So what kind of growth were you experiencing before you raced around? Was it like a 5% a week, like what you hear a lot of them, or was it 20%, 30%? What advice would you have for these entrepreneurs who are trying to go after a Series A or a large seed round, that where their metrics should be as far as growth goes?
So the tech world moves very fast. Something that's happening 3 months ago is completely different right now. I think even right now in Silicon Valley and just all around, they're seeing a huge shift in the startups that are coming up in terms of investment that's out there as well. This year itself is extremely more difficult to get investors, versus last year. So I would say to future startups is make sure that you're extremely strong in what you're doing, you understand what you're doing, you know who you are, and then make sure that you get traction. I don't think accelerators or investors are going to invest in you if you don't have any traction with just an idea and saying that, hey, I'm going to develop the next Facebook. That's not going to happen. You need to show proof this time.
And I think one thing often overlooked is being able to simplify your business and really be able to communicate it to investors and whoever, like to your grandma, as simply as you can. Because if people don't understand what you're doing, then why would I invest in you? And I think that's one of the really overlooked things when it comes to startup is
I agree.
Being able to simplify your business.
Yeah, as soon as you have to go over 30 seconds trying to explain. I love the test drive, talent thing.
Yeah.
That really resonates with a lot of people because you think car, you go test drive, no commitment or a very small commitment, you do it. And I bet you guys probably went through the same thing and oh, we have this platform that does X, Y, and Z, and by the way, you can order Dijon mustard on top of that.
You wouldn't believe the nights we spent oh, the Uber for this, or oh, the this for this, and it's it doesn't work for everybody. You just have to find something that really fits your business, and most importantly, it communicates to your investors and whoever you're talking to very simply who you are.
Yeah.
And and I did think at some point we did carry it away with that.
Yeah.
We were sitting on something really big, and we were like, oh, we could do this, and we can do that, and we can, branch out to all these different industries. And finally, we came to realize that, look, we're in recruiting and hiring, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we do best.
Okay.
And we had to really stick to it and, follow it through.
So to tie back to the growth thing, what would you, are you seeing that investors would like to see 5% growth or 20% growth a month? Is it 20, 30? What do you think with the markets the way they are, because they have slowed down a little bit, and you're seeing, especially with the unicorn bubble popping, what percentage would you advise other entrepreneurs?
I would say be strong at roughly around 30%.
Great.
Month over month.
Well, thank you guys for coming here. I really appreciate you sharing that. Crystal?
Yeah.
Thank you. Matt?
Thank you.
Appreciate it. No problem. And I'm Andrew Bermudez again with EyeOnBusiness Innovation Show. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Andrew Bermudez, and I'm here with the EyeOnBusiness Innovation Series Show. where I introduce awesome entrepreneurs with disruptive and revolutionary ideas. And I'm an entrepreneur myself. I have a company called Digsy where we match businesses with people who can help them save time finding commercial real estate. And with that being said, Ash, thank you for coming.
What's up, brother?
You are amazing, man. You know, everybody in tech, and you're the co-founder of TradeKraft.
Right.
With a K.
Yes.
Why with a K? Were you just trying to like compete against macaroni and cheese?
Yeah, you actually nailed it on the head. Actually, first
Disruption, man.
happy to be here. Ernie, my partner, Ernie Moninsala, he actually came up with the original name. So the idea was we wanted to come up with this video network that can provide awesome, inspiring stories on how to be like the best version of yourself. And our core market at the moment is like the millennial audience. And when we're coming up with crafty names, literally it's all about what are these different sharing, how to do this, or mentorship guidance. I'm like, we need to use something where you can promote your craft.
Yeah.
And he's like, TradeKraft. And I'm like, okay. And then he said that in the military, people ask you, what is your tradecraft? So it's kind of a homage to like that military term, and K sounds better than C.
Yeah, no, TradeKraft's a really awesome name. Now, explain to us a little bit. I know what it is, but the audience doesn't. So explain to us a little bit about what you guys are doing for millennials and because you guys are doing video, multimedia, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm a millennial myself. I like to call myself a grandpa millennial because I'm a little older on the skew. And TradeKraft really was built because both Ernie and myself are extremely pay-it-forward driven individuals. And we thought, you know what, there's so many awesome like younger versions of ourselves and other people that want to get mentored and want to get that extra entrepreneurship energy. And we figured, let's create like a network of ourselves and our friends and other awesome creators, both millennial experts who are successful entrepreneurs and other experts that like to just give back. And let's provide how-to videos, interviews, life lessons, so that that millennial can get some guidance, perspective, and become the best version of themselves.
Now, what's the angle? Is it business? Is it you know, following your dreams, like a Tony Robbins thing? What is it exactly?
Yeah, it's really about whatever your entrepreneurship dream is.
Okay.
So it's
entrepreneurial, startup, business, growth.
Yeah, I don't want to just say startup because startup is just, you think of like tech. We have, you know, people that talk about how to create a food business. We have people that talk about how to create a lifestyle brand. We talk about people on, hey, this is what it takes to become a professional speaker. It's entrepreneurship to us is that dream where you are free to do what you're meant to do. That's why our tagline is master your passion.
Yeah.
Whatever you're passionate about and you're free to do it and you're living that calling, that's what we want to show on TradeKraft.
So you guys are literally just having, from what I know, you're having talented, accomplished entrepreneurs, and you're doing these bite-sized videos, which is awesome,
Thank you.
by the way. It's really easy to digest, where these entrepreneurs are sharing with millennials how they can actually go achieve their entrepreneurial dreams.
Yeah, or just how to be better. See, one of the things we didn't want to do is
Did you say butter? I love butter.
Better.
Oh, better. Okay. Never mind. I don't like that.
One of the things we wanted to do is we didn't want to talk down. We felt that a lot of entrepreneurship media and stuff is very talk down. This is how you do it. We felt, you know what, we want to create a brand, a movement where people can pay it forward, connect with other great entrepreneurs, help get inspired to work on their dream. So it's more like, we call it knowledge content. We're just sharing knowledge experiences.
And you're doing primarily through video?
All video right now.
Okay.
We have some big goals for 2016, but right now, we launched November 2nd, 2016, and we've already outputted 200 videos.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you pull that off?
A couple things help. One is, and I don't mean to sound like an arrogant person when I say this, but our brand speaks for itself. I have gotten personally, and Ernie has gotten personally, and some of other content creators have gotten referrals from people saying, hey, I saw your videos. How can I be a part of the team?
Oh, cool. Awesome.
The other thing, too, is there's a need for this. So people are just sending us ideas, submissions, and people are just kind of paying it forward and giving us great projects to work on.
So you're putting out great content.
Yes.
Is there a plan yet to monetize or any of that? What's really the revenue channel?
Yeah. So we've signed some agreements where we're going to be on mobile video in a big way this year, and we're going to be making money through licensing deals and through some branded content.
Okay.
I can't say the name, but I can say It starts with a V.
Starts with a B?
V.
Oh, V. Okay.
But we're going to be on their mobile video handsets very soon.
Awesome.
And we have some other awesome partnerships in the works. But licensing our videos, which is ad-supported videos, and then original content like branded content. So we have deals on both ends.
So it's really important for you, for startup businesses and
Yeah.
businesses, and this is some of the stuff that you guys coach about, to have a really good team.
Yeah.
And I know that you have 2 other co-founders.
I have one other co-founder.
One other
actually.
co-founder.
I have another person who's like our third kind of partner in it. But I guess you can call him a founder in many ways because he's lent his vision. His name is AJ Dugar.
Okay.
He is the former head of digital distribution for Paramount Pictures. And
Who's Paramount?
I know who's Paramount. Some little rinky-dinky shop that made Star Trek. I know. What's cool about him is I think the 3 of us bring a great perspective. So Ernie is an ad guy. He understands what's hip and cool. I mean, he came up with the branding, what's TradeKraft. You know, he's like my sounding board on like, you know, going digital strategies and stuff. He has a really thriving social media agency called Collab outside of running TradeKraft. I get content really well. I've been a best-selling author. I've spoken to 100 schools. I've helped produce various content. So I get content.
Did you write Everybody Poops?
Yes.
Awesome.
You figured me out. And then
That's my favorite book, by the way. Just kidding.
And then AJ, he gets like business. He gets the operations, monetization, distribution, stuff like that. He gets strategy. So the 3 of us together, and again, we're still very young, but we're growing fast because I think we respect each other's strengths, and we're hustling.
So if the audience wanted to find you online,
Yeah.
where do they go?
Sure. So we did a conscious decision to first really launch with Facebook.
Okay.
Because we're wanting to get the virality factor, and we wanted to get the A/B kind of testing on what kind of videos work. And we've already learned a lot, which I can talk about if you'd like. Facebook.com/TradeKraftMedia.
Okay.
TradeKraft Media.
There you have it, folks. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you for explaining. I love what you're doing.
Thanks, man.
And that is EyeOnBusiness Innovation. I'm Andrew Bermudez, your host, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Hi, my name is Shan Steinmark with EyeOnBusiness. Every month we do an innovation segment where we look at innovative companies, innovative products, and the innovative people that run those companies and invent those products. I hope you will join us each month to learn more about the innovation process and the innovative people that are here in Orange County. Thank you for watching.
My name is Mark Greget. I'm the CEO and founder of NuEyes, and you're watching EyeOnBusiness.
Hello there. Thank you for watching. My name is Andrew Bermudez here with EyeOnBusiness. I'm an entrepreneur myself, co-founder and CEO of Digsy, where I get to interview other amazing entrepreneurs. We have a really cool product here, and Mark, I can't pronounce your last name, so sorry. I bet you got that in school. He's going to be sharing with us some really cool technology that he's building that you can actually help people see again, which is really amazing. So with that being said, let us know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Mark Greget, and I am the founder and CEO of NuEyes. And I used to own a distribution company that sold these really big and bulky machines. And what happened was going out to the consumers' houses, everyone just kept asking me, Mark, how come doctors can't make a pair of glasses to do the same thing? And what these big, heavy machines basically helped people with is macular degeneration, glaucoma, different visual impairments. And over the years, I kept asking myself, why doesn't somebody make a pair of glasses that will help them? And what we did is basically I started working with different manufacturers with head-worn devices, trying to find what was going to be best for the consumer. And the problem is some of them were bulky, some were big, some were tethered, some didn't look right. So we had a lot of successes and a lot of failures. And basically what happened is we partnered with a company called ODG, or Osterhout Design Group. And they were making military technology for special operations.
So that's why it looks like I can play Counter-Strike with it.
Yes, exactly. You pretty much can do anything you want with this device. So we partnered with them to turn these pair of glasses into glasses for the visually impaired. So it's going to empower them to do anything and everything they want. So if they want to see loved ones' faces, if they want to go to a ball game and watch people playing baseball or see grandkids, if they want to sit in their easy chair and read or watch TV.
And this is a product for those who can't really use the standard glasses that out there. You can't see. It's really fuzzy. You have this degeneration. And there's just really nothing that allows them to live their lives again.
Exactly.
I mean, you guys have put together a really amazing video that I had seen before this segment, where you have this old, really sweet lady talking about it, and I mean, at the end, I mean, she's playing piano and reading sheet music.
Oh yeah, I mean, Shirley is phenomenal. She's been a consumer for years and years, and she was really the one that kind of started me saying, well, I wish I could play the piano. Mark, why can't, how come this 50-pound machine, can't I put my head underneath here and play the piano? And that's like, yeah, no. So her trying these glasses for the first time and playing the piano, it's a humbling experience to be able to change somebody's life within a few minutes.
Now, most of these things, a lot of the times people think like bio or med tech type devices.
Sure.
You are actually doing something really cool, which I like, because we're a software-driven company. You actually have software in this.
Yeah, this is a full Android tablet on here. So what we're doing is
everybody can play Angry Birds.
Exactly. Yep. Angry Birds for low vision.
Yeah. I don't need to see. I can just play Angry Birds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, really, we want to get the baby boomer generation that's starting to get the macular degeneration. We want to get the older generation, the World War II people, to get back online. You know, I want to go onto Facebook and see my grandkids' faces. I want to go onto Twitter. I want to check my email. I want to see all these things that they've been really cut off from the world for the longest time. We want to empower them to get back into whatever they want to do.
Now, the one distinction, though, just to make sure that the audience understands, is like this actually helps people see.
Yes.
But then you've got this other layer on top of that that has this software-driven options and things like that.
And
tell me a little bit about the remote. There was something mentioned about some remote thing. What is that?
Yeah, so this is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth enabled.
Yeah.
So for the Wi-Fi, obviously they can go online, check their email, go to Facebook, things like that. The Bluetooth enables two things. One is they can use the remote control that comes with the product, so they don't have to necessarily bring their hands up. Again, when you're older, you have neuropathy, something happens with your hands, things like that, or arms. So you have a little Bluetooth remote that you can actually use to control the machine. And then the one thing that we're doing on here, in a lot of cases when you're later stage macular degeneration, it's really difficult to read, no matter what, whatever device you're using. So what we're doing is we're actually adding text-to-speech, so optical character recognition. So when you put these on, you say NuEyes read, and it'll actually read the newspaper back to them, and it's Bluetooth enabled, so it'll go to their hearing aids as well.
That's crazy. So it's like generation one of making people into cyborgs.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really, the best part about my business is just to be quiet. Listen to the consumer, listening to thousands and thousands of consumers have really gotten to this product. So we're not telling the consumer what to do. We're not saying, this is what you want. Just listening to them and taking that feedback and not being arrogant, if you will, about it, and inventing something that's really going to help them.
So you guys have been at CES. Tell us a little bit about what you did at CES and what you guys showed there.
Yeah, so CES is I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, I can't say enough great things about them and the CTA Foundation. So we submitted our video online to them with Shirley, of course, and they said this is phenomenal. So,
and you guys got in there for free.
Yes, so we got a free booth at Eureka Park. Almost all of our expenses were paid for.
and just it's phenomenal.
And I hear they pick you up in the limo. And
I wish,
just
not
give you a
that
bunch of dollar bills.
Yeah. We're not there quite yet.
All right.
So no, it's great. You know,
What did you guys announce there?
So we announced the prototype.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently finalizing the software, finalizing everything, and launching on basically delivering on February 1st any units that we have sold.
So how are you marketing the product?
Yeah, so marketing, we have a distribution network in place, doctors, optometrists, retina specialists. Perfect example, I got a call today from a lady where she sent the video to her doctor.
Wait, how did you get her to come in touch with the video?
She saw the video. She just went online and saw the video, as the video has gone viral now. And she sent it to the doctor. The doctor said, I don't care what it costs, buy it.
Really?
And that's that emotional response where, you know, if you haven't seen in 5 or 6 years, you know, things are closed off and you put on the glasses and
Right.
it enables you to do everything that you used to be able to do.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's a great product. You know, ODG has done such a great job on the hardware side. They've enabled us to empower these individuals to do what they want to do.
So you guys, if I understand correctly, you guys are in the middle of closing a round of funding.
Yes.
You guys are raising how much?
We're raising about $500,000.
And you guys already have like over half of it committed.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
we've got you know between 6 and 7 different parties that are vying for us, and we really want to find what's called a strategic partner, as you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just money. We want somebody to say, you know, Mark, you're doing it right. Mark, you're an idiot, so to speak.
Added value investors,
Yeah, exactly.
which are key to a lot of these things.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless you have to take the money, you really just want to have the right partner.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to take the money for the wrong reasons.
So how can somebody find more information about this product online?
Yeah, so they can go to NuEyes.com. So it's NuEyes.com.
Okay.
And they'll find all the information there. They'll see all the videos, all the press releases from CES. So that's pretty much
Great.
it.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
Really
for your time.
appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
And you guys have been watching Eye on Business with Andrew Bermudez. Thank you so much.